All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. It is episode 436. It's Thursday morning, and it is the 6th of May, 2021. Okay, so we're talking about business failures today, and I have had my fair share of business failures over the years. As you can imagine, I've done everything. I used to have my friends going out washing cars. When we was kids, I used to buy sweets and sell them at school. I used to, don't even like admitting this one, but I used to go nick pens from WH Smith and then sell them at school. I used to, on Sundays, we used to go out for a meal as a family. I used to buy loads of tomato sauce and sell it at school because you had to buy your tomato sauce. I had paper rounds. I used to do car booting. I bought these ornaments from this factory and then sold them at car boots. I've done it. I bought a metal detector and tried doing that. And going to the beach after everybody's gone, and hoping to find pound coins. I've done so many things. This is all before I was 16 years old. I've had betting shops. I've had so many different what I call businesses or entrepreneurial things, and I've had many failures. Most of which, the best failure, if it's called a best failure, was Lazo. I've talked many times about this. One of my friends actually the other day said to me, she said, "Oh, Dean, it's all right. Not it's all right for you, but you've got this life now." And I said, "Yeah, but there's so many sacrifices. It's not for everybody. It's all right for somebody sitting back and thinking, oh yeah, but look at that life. Look at that life. Look at that." Because from afar, every single life looks amazing. But I promise you, there's been hurt along the way. There's been failures. There's been, for me, for example, there was suicidal thoughts. That's how bad it got when I had Lazo. And it's upsetting to say, but that's how bad it got. I just thought the kids were better off without me. And when I first talked about it, I used to get very emotional. But do you know what? I feel like it's helping people, the fact I'm saying it, because I was embarrassed. I was disgusted with myself for, one, having them thoughts. I was beating myself up for having them thoughts. But for two, I was beating myself up for being such a bloody loser. And this isn't the reason why Lazo failed. Isn't this what I'm going to talk about now? But this is what I see so many businesses do right now, and I know many businesses that that I'm thinking about in my head. Obviously, I would never say them publicly or anything, but it's about. Well, let's get on with it then. So many businesses get successful, and then they start buying Rolex watches, BMWs. They start spending more on going out. They start spending more on entertainment for themselves. They take their eye off the ball and they don't reinvest in the business. You have to reinvest in your business. I mean, Lazo didn't have any profits to reinvest, so I was just an absolute. Lazo was just an absolute failure from start to finish. But it's taught me so many things. So I don't think failure is actually a failure. Failure is something. It's only a failure if you don't learn anything from it. And I learned a lot from Lazo. But you're basically building. The business is building for your future. And so what you need to do is reinvest. There's this guy that I know who sold his business for deca millions. And he said to me in an email recently, he said, "Dean, look at it like this." He said, "What you need to do is you need to take a third of your profits for tax, a third of your profits for yourself, and a third of your profits to reinvest in the business." I mean, I think that is fundamentally brilliant. We at the Storage Yard, we reinvest more than a third of our profits. Much more than a third of our profits. I take very little out of a company because I know the more I invest, the more successful I'll be in the future. And it frustrates me. I mean, there's somebody in Beverley driving around in a Porsche convertible. His wife's got a Range Rover Vogue. And do you know what? I don't even care if they hear this. I don't want to say a name because I don't want to get in legal trouble, but I know they're stolen from their granddad. Their granddad has actually rang me up and spoke to me about it. I know that they have actually stolen from somebody else as well. Left them like cowboy builder style, literally. Somebody got in contact with me because they saw I was friends with that person on a social network, and so they got in contact with me and told me the story. And I said, "Look, he's done the same to me as well. He hasn't robbed me for as much as that, but it's four figures. It's like $1,000. Somebody that owes me from storage." And the thing is, he's not a bad lad. He's joking about. He's not a bad lad. He was a decent human being, and he was only trying to keep up with the Joneses. That's all he was doing. He's trying to keep up with his in-laws, because his in-laws are very wealthy people, and he thought he was not successful if he couldn't provide the same lifestyle for his girlfriend, his now wife. And it's horrible to see. And so all he was doing is every time he made a bit of money, he used to go out and spend lavish stuff on his wife, on his girlfriend, on their lifestyle, which is absolutely nuts. And so when he did hit a bump in the road, like all businesses are going to do, he never had the funds in place to cope with that. So therefore, he had to protect his lifestyle by taking off other people. He thought he had no way out. I mean, I remember talking to him when business was bad, and he was absolutely devastated. He used to go away on days and end and just go to his happy place, what he called it. And he was absolutely devastated. But the same thing would reoccur. And now I've seen him down again, and I haven't spoken to him for many, many years. And all I can say is that it must be happening again, because there he is now. He must have a little bit of success, and he's driving around with a Porsche convertible. God knows how much. His wife's driving around on top of a Range Rover Vogue, and I'm like, oh no, my God. And I know the people he owes money to, and he's got such a bad name or a bad reputation, and it's because people can't wait for success. When they smell a little bit of success, they jump the steps. You're starting your business, or your business is here. You have a little bit of success, and you want to spend like you've been successful for 10 years. That's not how it works. There is steps to take, steps to climb. There's a process to go through. If you want longevity, if you want a successful long-term business, then you have to reinvest in your company, my friends. And that is what I see time and time again, why people go out of business or why people are struggling, is because when they're going through good times, they take their money out of the business. And I was talking to mum and dad about this, and they know their friends as well who've done exactly the same. They had 1 good year, 2 good years, and that's it. They took all the money out of the business. In the third year, hit a bit of a problematic year, and bang, the money was gone, the business was gone. And if it had planned cleverly for the future, the business would have still been standing at that point. God knows what will have happened in the future. But you've got to set yourself up for success, long-term success. You have to be financially literate. You have to have financial sense, and you have to plan for the future. It's not by accident. You have to reinvest in yourself and in your business, my friends. And that's one of the reasons why I see so many businesses going out of business, going bust. Okay, my friends. Oh, we're talking lifeboats and dinghies. I'm going to remember where I got this from. I've only just listened to it as well. Anyway, tomorrow morning, I'll see you soon, my friends. Lifeboats and dinghies. Bye-bye.